Hey, it's BoxCam, and in this video, I'm going to rank every character in Hyenas based off of my first impressions of them. Starting in C tier, I have Doc Hotfix. Doc gets access to a drone that he can use to heal himself or his teammates, but he can also use the drone to distract and damage enemies. The damage of this drone is not great, but the healing aspect is pretty good. My issue is that there's kind of a long animation to make the drone go to where you want it or call it back, and I feel like typically being able to shoot your gun is more useful than sending the drone out. Where Doc does shine is after a fight is already over, he can send the drone out to his teammates to help them get their full health back without having to use any healing items. But if you've already finished the fight, you'll normally have enough time to find healing items to heal yourself anyways, so I just don't think Doc is that useful. Moving up to B tier, we have Hero or Sonic. Hero is able to disguise themselves as one of the AI or as the enemy team, which can be really useful, especially when you're trying to get away if you're the last person alive, or it's really handy to loot stashes quickly since the AI won't target you when you're disguised as them. The reason I'm putting him in B tier though is because his passive where he triggers a flashbang when removing his disguise doesn't seem to work too well against other players. It's good against AI, but you don't really need any bonuses against the AI in this game since they're not very good. Also, unless it's quite chaotic, most players with a brain will notice that you are just a player in disguise. I feel like Hero does have good potential, but I think other characters will just be more consistent. Next, I have Commander Wright in B tier. I wasn't too sure where to put Commander Wright because I feel like her walls can be useful, but one of the grenades in the game does what she does anyways, and she counters herself with her passive, which allows her to explode foam walls when she shoots them. This works on your own walls and enemy walls. So if there's a Commander Wright on the other team, it's as if you don't even have an ability since your walls will be instantly gone. I'm also not a huge fan of her burst gun, but I think that might just be a me thing, where I'm not a fan of burst weapons in most games. The foam gun is handy against AI, but like I said before, you don't really need bonuses against the AI in this game. However, the foam gun can be used to create walls to help you navigate faster to higher places. So I think Commander Wright is another character with some great potential, and I would even put her in A tier if she didn't counter herself. I don't know. What do you think? Next I have Digits. I actually initially put Digits in S tier, and that's because I'm biased to Canadians for sure. I think Digits has the best personality in the whole game, and that's just a fact. But I have dropped him down to B tier, for one because I don't like his main gun. His LMG shoots slow and then ramps up the longer you shoot it for, so it's good once you have it going at full speed, but the initial fire rate is not great. I do think his ability, the pyro discs he puts down, are really good for locking an area down, but they can be destroyed either by shooting them or by using, I think it's the EMP grenade. Plus, they are very noticeable. His one passive, Let's Have a Barbecue, is good against AI because you can put one of the traps down and that will start a chain reaction of burning and exploding and burning more of the bots. But your traps won't be typically killing any people, meaning this passive isn't that great. In my heart, Digits is S tier, but for now, he'll be put in B tier. Moving up to A tier, we have Cinnabon. This character is the only one in the game that has a sniper, so she is best for long range engagements. And if you can hit your shots, you do a lot of damage. Added on top of this, her bolt action sniper actually shoots super fast, so she can take down players before they even notice that they're low on health. Now she's obviously at a disadvantage when anybody gets close to her, so hopefully your teammates will be nearby to help you out, or you can just get some no-scopes for your montage. Her ability is also pretty strong. It is a scanning beacon she can shoot out that will mark everyone through walls. I mean, people who cheat in games typically go with cheats where they can see through walls, so any character in any game where they have that ability is usually pretty strong. You can use the beacon to line up headshots for enemy players who are about to peek you, so you instantly have the advantage in that fight. There's also some pretty open areas in the map that will instantly give this character an edge over everybody else. When I see a sniper on another team, I typically give them a lot more respect than I give most other characters in this game, and it will make me play differently. Next we have Mozzie in A. Mozzie is a very basic character, but I don't think that makes him bad. His ability is just a sticky rocket he launches out that is really useful when attacking other players, and it can be used to open up the breakable walls in the game that have extra loot stashes behind them. This means every match you'll be more well equipped than most of the other teams, and since you don't have to take a grenade in one of your 2 slots, it frees it up for other utility. Mozzie's ability actually works really well with his passive, because if you shoot the rocket at one of the weak enemies, it will kill them, which will then grant you explosive bullets in your primary weapon. And I'm pretty sure this stacks to where if you get explosive kills using your explosive bullets, you will just endlessly have that passive. So if you're trying to break into a vault and then enemy hyenas come up on you, you can quickly shoot the rocket at an AI and grant yourself explosive bullets to deal with the players coming at you. Overall, I think Mozzie is pretty solid. I definitely don't think he's S tier. If anything, I'd probably lower him on the list since he's so basic. But for now, I'm gonna leave him in A. Now we're into S tier. Up in S, we have Galaxia. Galaxia's ability activates a shield that goes in front of her that will catch all projectiles shot at her and shoot them back when she activates her ability again or the time runs out. This ability can get you out of terrible situations and let you push through choke points with your whole team to try and get into a better position. Now, this is one of those characters that as you play against more competent people, she won't be as useful in terms of shooting bullets back because most people will stop shooting you. But that doesn't really matter because it will stop them from shooting you anyways. Plus AI will continue to shoot you, so you can use their bullets to your advantage if trying to attack someone else. And that's without even talking about her passive. With this passive, when you get precision kills and downs, it regenerates health and shields. This is extremely good because this game works off of a tier system for health and shields where you will regenerate each bar if you haven't lost the full thing. So that means you can regenerate all of your health as long as you get precision kills to boost yourself to the next bar. This is great because it means you can get your health back even if you have no healing items left. And lastly, in S, we have Prima. Prima is the character I find the most fun, even though I suck at flying. Prima's ability allows her to fly no matter where she is, whether gravity is on or off. And apparently she's the most agile character in the game in 0G. Now, I never really noticed because, like I said, I suck at flying, but this is extremely useful for how often you will be in 0G in this game. She's so good because she is the only character in the game that can be anywhere, anytime she wants. There are a lot of windows and high ground you can take as long as you can fly, and she can fly whenever she wants. So if a team is really locking down the front door of a stash room, as Prima you can fly through a window and start fighting them from a different angle to help distract for your team who can only push through that front door. Also, while you're flying in this game, you can go full speed while healing yourself. This is extremely useful while running away, especially if you're the last alive, because it gives you the best chances of actually escaping and being able to bring your team back. While flying, you're also harder to hit because you're more unpredictable. And I think Prima just has so much potential once you master zero gravity in this game. But anyways, this is my tier list based off of my initial experience with these characters. I mainly just made this video because when I looked it up, I didn't see any other videos about a tier list for this game. I saw tier lists about actual hyenas. So I'm happy you were actually able to find this video. And definitely let me know what you think in the comments, because I would like to play this game more and eventually make another tier list after I've really tried all the characters and understand them more. So if I've ranked any of your mains lower on this list, please tell me why I'm wrong and change my view. I look forward to reading your comments. Like this video if you're interested in more videos on the Hyenas game. And other than that, have a good one, everybody.